everyone, present here. Today we are here discussing what are the exam changes in SBL, how to go about preparing for your SBL paper. With so many changes, there is so much chaos and confusion. So we thought this should benefit all our students, and that's why we are here with a discussion on SBL paper changes and how to go about preparing for SBL. So I'm Megha Bansali. I am an ACCA faculty. I'm ACCA and the Indian Qualified Chartered Accountant. I've been teaching for close to 5 years now, and I've also have corporate experience in KPMG and Free Charge earlier. So today's speaker is our special guest Palak Rana, who is an ACCA member, and she has 2 years of teaching experience plus also has good amount of corporate experience, so she will be able to help you with SBL, with relating the theoretical part with how it practically applies in a work scenario, and that's how you could relate to SBL and make SBL an easy topic and easy subject. Welcome, Palak.
Thank you, Megha. Thank you.
Yes, to start with, can you just give us an overview about SBL? What is the paper pattern? What are the syllabus and how to go about it?
Okay. SBL, as we all know, that SBL has been now changed from the upcoming attempt, September attempt. So earlier it was a 4-hour paper. So the major change is that now the paper is not 4-hour paper, but it's like other paper. Now it's 3 hours, 15 minutes paper. So time is almost reduced to 45 minutes, but there is no need to panic because now there is less burden as compared to earlier. Earlier, we have almost 6 to 7 tasks in SBL paper, but now they have reduced the task to maximum 3 to 4, which is a good thing. And now, students were earlier overburdened that, yeah, it was a long time to sit for 4 hours. So now they have to be relaxed because timing has been reduced and task has been reduced. Another thing is that earlier there were a lot of exhibits. Now the exhibits are also less as compared to the previous papers. So this is the major change in SBL. But yeah, there is no change in syllabus. Paper syllabus is as it was earlier before. Another change is in SBL now. Now we will be having a pre-scene examination, and there are certain myths about that pre-seen material, that yeah, like the whole question paper is being introduced earlier, but now it's not like that. They will give us the detail of the industry from which the question is being tested. Not whole paper question paper will be given to us. 15 days before the examination, a student will be having access to that data, which will be like, it can be aircraft industry, it can be hotel industry, so that student can understand from which industry question is being tested. That same pre-scene area will be given us in the main examination. So there is no need to worry that you have to learn that pre-scene material. You just have to familiar yourself that industry, and you just need a basic understanding from that industry. So this is the major change in SBL.
Okay, and can you run us past the syllabus? Like, what are the topics, any important topics, high weightage topics?
Yeah, major areas would be like governance. That was also the important area in previous papers. So governance, leadership style, benchmarking, cultural web, PCG, talent acquisition, risk area. They are the hot topics which are most favorite of the examiner from the last attempts, and now they are also the same. But yes, now we don't need to focus on models. This is a just a simple change. You don't need to memorize models, but yeah, important topics like earlier, risk governance, they are the same.
So, is it now like, is 15 days enough after I get the pre-scene information, no model learning? So, use the pre-scene information and then prepare for the exam. Is that something that a student can do?
See, SBL has a huge number of pages on its study text. But according to me, you don't need to memorize the study text or all those things because it's totally related to industry. You don't need to mug up the concept. You just need to understand the, because it's a very versatile paper and it's totally made according to the industry specifications. So according to me, it's totally fine to prepare SBL in good 10 to 12 days. I myself prepared SBL in 20 days and I cleared in 20 days SBL. So that's totally fine. But yes, I was totally self-study student. So if you are a self-study student, that's totally fine. But yeah, if you are working, so you might struggle, so you have to manage your time and make proper strategy according to your time slot. So according to me, it's fine. If you are a self-study student, you can.
Okay, can you give us a brief strategy on how someone can prepare in 20 days for SBL?
Yes, sure. See, now it's almost 25 to 28 days left for the examination. So, what a student can do, they can prepare their conceptual area, the theoretical portion in good 10, maximum 12 days. So, after that, you have now Study Hub, which we are going to discuss later on. So, yes, we have lot of questions available from the past paper also, so that we can practice them. So, within 10 days, you can prepare the concept, and within next 5 days, you can practice the past papers and the questions from the kit. As earlier in past paper, we were having like a long questions. Only one question was being tested earlier. So, we can practice writing 3 questions a day. That strategy I followed if you are a self-study student. But yes, if you are working, at least one question a day you must write on a daily basis, because you can understand your fault after writing and after assessing yourself. So good, 4 to 5 days write questions, whether it be in examination condition, whether it be taking more time in the initial phase. Then after that, you can take help from the study resources available, like practice platform of the ACCA, and writing specimen examination question under examination question conditions. So with that way, you can prepare your SBL paper very well.
Okay. So, with the change in the syllabus and the exam pattern, not the syllabus but the exam pattern, is there
Yes.
any change in the questions? So, from where should the students be practicing question? ACCA Study Hub or the Kaplan kit or the
Ye-
BPP kit?
Yes, actually, Kaplan and BPP, we used to study from a lot of years, but now as ACCA Study Hub is the material launched by ACC itself, so my suggestion would be go from ACCA Study Hub instead of practicing from Kaplan or BPP only. You can take their reference also, but yes, most of the questions are similar. They have a similar type of questions, so you don't need to worry about the, yes, I am missing Kaplan or BPP and studying from Study Hub. So but yes, my suggestion would be go for Study Hub, because it's launched by ACC and it's updated according to the recent exam changes. So it's better to study from the latest thing instead of we used to study from earlier pattern.
Can you also give us a brief highlight or overview of ACCA Study Hub and
uh,
how it is different from Kaplan kit?
Yes, first of all, I would like to share my screen with the students so that they can see that how Study Hub looks. ACCA Study Hub, we have available of study text also. If we have abundance of time, if your student can manage to study the theoretical portion from the Study Hub also. So in Study Hub, we have uh, their professional skill description, their text description, and moreover, the best part is we have flashcard, and in this flashcard we have some important words which we have to use during examination. So they have mentioned specifically. So and the definition of these special words is also available. We have quiz, which I would prefer, like after finishing the syllabus, student can practice. We have practice question from each and area, like they are given according to the topic wise. So students, if student in preparing according to the topic wise, they can practice from here instead of study text by Kaplan or BPP. So it's more easier way of practicing in Study Hub now. And apart from that, they have long question available in the end.
Are these long questions 100 marker questions? Like how we get in the exam?
Yes, not totally 100 marks question. 100 marks question we have available on the ACCA practice platform, which was earlier introduced by ACCA few attempts ago. So for that sake, student can practice from that practice platform, and the best use is practicing under examination condition. And we have past papers available also on the ACCA website, so student can practice from that also to get full detail about the examination question practice. And we have also specimen available, so student can get the idea how the new question will be tested.
Is there any hack on how someone can read the entire ACCA Study Hub material very quickly? Because we
Uh,
know content is too much for SBL. So, are there any short notes or something like that?
SBL is like that they understand the concept. So my suggestion would be go for the whole text instead of reading notes. Like they can test it from any area. So I always suggest my professional level students to study the whole area. Don't leave anything.
Okay. And if someone is working, do they have some advantage in terms of having that extra practical experience versus
Uh,
someone who's a student
yes.
not done per?
It's not like that the student who are not working, they can't crack the examination. I receive such kind of queries from the student. If I am not working, I might face difficulties. It's not like difficulties, but yes, the student who are working, they have one plus point that they can link themselves to the industry. They can think like a professional. And SBL paper is designed according to our thinking, like we have to think like a professional. So it's the best part. If someone is working, they have plus point, but if someone is not working, it's not like that they can't crack the paper. Because when I was attempting SBL, I myself was not working at that time, so there was nothing that stopped me from cracking this examination. Friends, don't forget examiner team guidelines. We have examination team, examiner report. So before attempting the paper, I would suggest at least two examiner report are mandatory, because in the examiner report, examiner has mentioned the areas in which student make mistakes. So so that we can save ourselves from not attempting such kind of blunders. Apart from that, I would suggest student to at least read 6 months earlier launched technical articles, because in my examination I have also seen the area was tested from the technical articles, so I know the importance of technical articles. And they are just concept, but yes, I have seen the same scenario was being tested in my own paper. So, yes, apart from that, don't forget to use, specimen paper and past papers. And at least three past paper or mock paper under examination condition are mandatory.
So moving on, we have discussed the past papers, the new study hub, and all of it. So, is there any assistance that you can provide to our students, or you can provide to any students in general who is preparing for SBL?
Yes, I can provide the assistance. If anyone is interested in, like I provide test also. So if any student is interested in assessing their mock, because they can write, but they might feel difficulties like how they have attempted, because examination answers are quite lengthy. So students got confused like how much to write and what is relevant, because in SBL there is no right or wrong. Like if you are justifying your answer can be right, and if someone is writing opposite to you and he is justifying right, then his also answer is also correct. So student might get confused, and I have seen in last 2 years of my teaching journey that a student take the queries that, ma'am, I am writing different and that person has written different, so I might fail in the paper. But it's not like that. If you are justifying your answer correctly, you can crack the examination. So for that sake, if any student want to assess their paper, I can provide assessment of their mocks, I can provide mocks. But yes, if someone is interested, they don't have time for the mock also, if they are working and they want some important tips and tricks, I can also provide via my own platform. So they can reach me out anytime and I will be happy to helping them out.
Okay, that is great, Palak. So, some last minute tips that you can give our students as to how they can go about preparing, or what is important to be done in the last 4 5 days before the exam.
Before 4 to 5 days, you must finish off by writing your last mock, and then assess yourself where you are lacking, the areas in which you have missed in your mocks. So first of all, start practicing those areas in which you were weak, and then focus on the the notes, short notes. And there are now various resources available free of cost on YouTube, WhatsApp groups, so you can use those resources also if student is self-study student. And if if student is getting coaching from any institute, they might be provided some kind of notes. So in the last moment, practice from notes, but in last 2 days, just start reading some past papers, how they are being attempted, how they are testing the question, how the keywords are being tested, what questions are being repetitively asked. So in last 2 days, student must be focused on those areas.
Okay. Also, there is some professional marks in the examination,
Yes,
right? So, can you
yes,
throw
yes.
some light on that?
Yes, actually, earlier the professional marks were, tested they can be tested twice or thrice in area. Now the professional area is tested once, like professional skepticism. So that won't be tested again. So now each and every professional mark is important. Each and every professional area will be tested.
Okay. Any tips on how they could work around these professional skills and how to get these marks?
See, according to me, you have to imagine yourself in the industry. You have to imagine yourself in that form. That was my area when I was attempting this paper. So, like professional skepticism, I was just thinking myself as a like a auditor kind of feel, so that I can use such kind of skill. Professional judgment. I was just thinking like. Consequences of that area, and my trick was something different, that like I used this to write these professional marks on a white paper which is available on ACCA examination, that rough sheet. So I have that thing in my mind. Yes, I have used as professional skill, and while attempting the question, so that I remember during the examination, yes, I have to focus on that area.
Yeah, so you can probably make a note of it on the scratch pad or something like that.
Yes, right,
So
right.
just, keep using it again and again. So I think, yeah, that's
Yes.
a good suggestion. Also, can you give us some tips on time management? Because the paper is very lengthy, it takes a lot of time to read the question, understand the question, and now that the time has cut short, students are more worried that, how do we finish the paper?
My approach is certainly different. Like divide according to the task. In that particular, like if we are being tested with the three tasks or four tasks, so divided by three or four, and then if you have not completed in within that amount of time, just jump to the next question. Don't stick to that question, because with that 1 to 2 point which you are missing in one task, you can mess up with your next question. So first leave that part. If you are being tested, say three tasks, divide the time of 3 hour 15 minutes into 1 hour per task. One task done in 1 hour. If something is missing, leave that, another, go to another task. Spare 15 minutes for the, reading the parts, or if you have missed something, spare last 15 minutes for that thing only. So that, if you have left with something, or something you want to write or you want to change, you have good 15 minutes. So by practicing the practice platform, I think student can manage that area.
Okay. And one more thing that I wanted to ask you with regard to pre-seen information. So, we'll know from which industry the question is going to come. So, what kind of research or extra information that should I be reading about that particular sector or that industry to get better marks in SBL?
Automobile industry, just a basic information. Don't waste your time on a daily reading that area. If like a good 15 days before the examination, student have received the pre-scene, just read that pre-scene once, and just basic research how the industry is being operated. And after that, if student thinks that I have forgot something from the industry, or I just need to revise, just read it after next 10 days. Don't waste the whole 20 days on reading that industry, or just reading that the question is being tested from that area only. Don't rely totally on that.
Okay, okay. So, more or
Read,
less pre-seen information is enough, right?
uh, that's enough. Yes, that's totally enough. Just a basic understanding. Apart from that, if student is not familiar with the industry, not more than that. Read
Okay, okay,
as like you used to be.
okay, great. And is there any calculative marks available?
SBL actually, SBL is a mixture of various papers, right? So, just like a 4 to 5 marks area can relate to just calculation related or ratio related maximum. It's not tested in every attempt, maximum. So, it's just a basic ratio can be tested, but not more than that.
Okay, okay. I think these are the questions that me and all the students collectively have for you. So that's it from our side. Any one last two special tips you want to give our students?
Yeah, the is having a good pass percentage. So if you are studying daily, good 4 to 5 or maximum like 5 to 6 hours. If you are a working or self-study student, that's enough to crack the examination. Just your concept need to be clear. That is my basic, advice to the students. Don't overburden yourself. Don't few student, like used to overburden themselves in this particular time period, and they affect their health. So take proper sleep, relax your mind, and don't create mess in your mind. SBL is the most easy paper which I have seen in my whole ACCA journey. So it's very easy. Just stick to the concept, your concept and your basic understanding. Your judgment is important in SBL rather than cramming.
Okay, I think well summarized and you know good advice. So thank you so much, Palak, for giving all your inputs, for sharing all your advice with our students. Uh, Also, guys, please make the most out of it. Palak is available for your assistance. I'm also available if you guys want any kind of help for preparing for any ACCA paper. You can definitely reach out to us, be it your skill level, knowledge level, or professional level. Need not be just for classes. Any extra help also, we are always available. The details are given below, so you could definitely reach out to us for any kind of assistance. Uh, Anything else, Palak, that you want to add on?
So thank you. Thank you for having me. Good luck, guys. And in case you need any kind of help, you can directly contact us. We are here to help you out. And it's not like that you have to just take a coaching in that sense we can help you. It's not like that. You can reach out us anytime and we are happy to help.
Yes, definitely, guys. Please do reach out to us if you're feeling stuck. And hopefully, these have given you good insights on SBL, and these tips are going to be very helpful for your preparation. All the very best for your examination, and thank you, guys.
Thank you.